Good evening, Tallahassee. Welcome to FSU Weather. My name is Isabel Weiss. Let's see what it looks like outside Doak Campbell Stadium. There's a couple clouds in the sky, not much going on, but it is 88 degrees, mostly cloudy with wind from the north at 8 miles per hour. The current temperature in the Big Bend is sitting right at the mid-80s. We're seeing a little cooler temperatures as we go over to Madison, but then it gets higher up in Valdosta. Tonight in Tallahassee, it is going to be 66 degrees. There's a 20% chance of thunderstorms, and the wind is going to slow down from the north to about 5 miles per hour. Today on FSU Weather, we're going to be talking about the cold front that's going to bring severe weather into the northeast and what you would do if you get caught in that severe weather, such as floods. We will also be talking about if that will reach Tallahassee or if we won't be experiencing any of that. All of this and more on FSU Weather.
Good evening. I'm Senior Meteorologist Jason Corver, and the past couple days has been very wet. Like yesterday, we've been seeing lots of rain. Like my front porch got so flooded from the rains yesterday, my front mat actually got lost in the storm. It went down all the way down the street. So that's how much rain we've been seeing for the past couple days. It's not as much as we predicted for the past couple days, but it's still rain is rain, and we will be missing that maybe sometime in the winter time. And also, along that, we will be seeing some cooler dew points tomorrow. So it's going to be the real field temperature is going to be a lot less than what it is in the past couple days. But for this show, we're going to be talking about lots of stuff. As just like Isabel said, we're going to be talking about the droughts. We're going to be talking about the rain, especially in the Midwest. We've been talking about everything, just weather. And we're going to be sending it to the desk, not desk, sorry. We're going to be sending it to the wall with the next segment.
Thank you so much, Jason. Yeah, so we've had some pretty ugly weather here in Tallahassee, but sunshine is coming our way. Current look at Doak Campbell Stadium right now, we can see the sun and some clouds. It's currently 88 degrees, so we are still kind of feeling pretty warm. We do have a north wind at 8 miles per hour. And looking at our temperature almanac, we had a high today of 89, 10 degrees from our record, nowhere near our low, so that's been pretty nice. We did have, or we are currently having a cold front come through the area, so we are going to get drier weather. So right now it's 85 in Tallahassee, kind of mid-80s around the Big Bend area for our temperatures. But the feel-like temperatures, our heat indexes are in the hundreds or triple digits, excuse me, like 102 in Monticello. And we're even like sitting at 92 here in Tallahassee. And then looking at radar, we just do have just some like interference with our radar. This isn't rain, this is just ground interference. We do have a little bit of showers near Perry, but that's not affecting our area here in Tallahassee right now. Looking at tonight's lows, we are going to be sitting in the 60s, which has kind of not been with our normal. We've been kind of sitting in the lower 70s. But going into tonight, we will be sitting 68 in Tallahassee, going down to 63 in Bainbridge for the Big Bend area. And tomorrow's temperatures, even though we did have that cold front come through, we're still going to be in the 80s, 88 in Tallahassee, 88 in St. Mark. So it's going to feel cooler, though. Our heat indexes aren't going to be that high because our dew points are decreasing. And so that's going to be really nice tomorrow. We're not going to feel those 102 temperatures. We're going to our feel-like temperatures will be consistent with our actual temperatures. And then looking at our future radar, like we said, that cold front is moving through. It's bringing lots and lots of dry air, nice, pretty clear skies. So we're not going to be worrying about any rain over the next couple of days. Going into Thursday, same story. And then because of this nice weather, it's going to be a beautiful day to go to the beach. We've got 83 degrees for our marine forecast for Panama City Beach. Seas at 2 feet, water temperature 81. So it's going to be really nice weather if you do want to go out to the beach this weekend. And looking at the res, let's say we can't make it to Panama City, we can always make it to the res. Lake Bradford is going to be 88 degrees, beautiful, clear skies right now, and that's going to be the case going into the rest of the week. I don't know if you guys have any pets. We have a guinea pig on the camera, but if you are walking your dog tomorrow, it's going to be really nice in the morning. No rain, clear skies, temperatures in the 70s. It's going to feel wonderful. And then tomorrow during class, it's going to be 87, kind of in the upper 80s, mid 80s tomorrow. And then just looking at the next 7 days, we have clear skies Wednesdays and Thursdays. We do have chances of rain going towards the end of the week and a couple chances of rain over the weekend. But at least the next couple of days, it's going to feel really nice, really lovely. So get outside and do just stay active, I guess. I'm going to pass things over to Isabel.
Thank you, Caitlin. I'm going to take a more zoomed out look at Florida. So if you have any family members in other parts of the area, or if you're planning a little staycation, right now in Orlando, we are seeing that same heavy cloud cover that we are seeing right now, and we are also seeing that in St. George and Miami. So if you want to take a look at the whole state's temperatures, we are seeing pretty consistently upper 80s. It does get to low 80s, and in the very south region in Key West, the low 90s, which we would be expecting because the Keys are always going to be a little bit warmer than it is here. The dew point is a little lower in Tallahassee, means we're having drier air, and the dew point temperature is higher down towards the south of Florida because that's what we would expect with those hot, humid temperatures. The heat index, which is how it's going to feel, is 82 degrees in Tallahassee, 82 in Gainesville, and it's going to get a little bit hotter as we go south. Like I said, it's going to just be a little hotter as you would expect when you head down to the south of Florida. In the satellite, we see slow-moving clouds coming through Florida. Not much active weather going on. It's going to slowly creep through, but if you're staying in Tallahassee this week, you are not going to be seeing any of those major cloud covers. If you are planning to go to Miami or have family members there in the next few days, it is going to be not a great beach weekend. Or beach week, sorry. We have stormy thunderstorms until Friday, but the temperatures are going to be sitting in the 80s, which could be nice. Not with the weather, though. In Tampa, same thing. Not going to be a great next couple of days in Tampa. This is where I'm going this weekend, so I'm hoping that it clears out by then. It's going to have an 80% chance of storms and the same hot temperatures that we are planning on seeing in the rest of Florida. Same thing with Orlando, 80% chance of rain. Rain, 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 high temperatures, not going to be a great rest of the week. In Jacksonville, same thing. It's a little less chance of rain, but we will be seeing showers and a little lower temperatures as it is further north in Florida. Pensacola, here we go, finally not rain. So we have 0% chance of rain and sunny skies for the remainder of the week. Hopefully that carries off into the weekend if you guys want to have a weekend trip there. Tonight's temperatures are going to be in the upper 60s, low 70s, that same rain that I was talking about earlier. The future radar, we're going to see those rain gusts coming through, but nothing too severe. And for tomorrow's temperatures, we are going to be seeing hot temperatures, clear sky in Tallahassee, but more cloud cover as you get down to the south of Florida. Now zooming out to the northeast with Nico.
Thank you, Isabel. All right, southeast. This is a much nicer picture of the southeast than you've had the past few days, especially the further west you get. Mexico Beach, you're on the coast out there. The sea breeze has moved in, and it's nice. It's drier air. Atlanta, Georgia, you have no clouds in the sky there. Blacksburg, Virginia, Charlotte, very, very few in the way of clouds. A look at your current temperatures in the southeast. 86 degrees in Tallahassee. This is a little bit chillier than the past few days, but it's still hot. 81 in Jacksonville, but you've had showers and storms today. Orlando as well has had showers and storms. Look back out here, Jackson, Mississippi, it's 79 degrees and sunny. When you're behind the cold front, you can see with the viewpoint temperatures, you can see about where that cold front is. Cold front is right around here because the dew point is 68 in Tallahassee. You go out to Montgomery, Alabama, it's 54. Much drier air there. In the Florida Peninsula, your dew points are in the 70s and it's stormy because it's very humid and muggy there. And if you look at your heat index, you can see the same story. The little yellow line is where there's showers and storms right now. The yellow in southern Florida, that's also showers and storms. They haven't had the storms in this part of Florida yet, and your heat index are in the 90s. The heat index in Tallahassee is 92, but out Montgomery, Alabama, Jackson, Mississippi, you've had the dew points go down past the cold front. You got the dry air, and it actually feels like the temperature it is instead of warmer. And you can see it where the cold front is on your wind speed and direction too. You got the winds coming out of the northwest here, and in the northeast actually in the Gulf. But then as you get into Florida, the winds are coming out of the west, and that's where you're getting the sea breeze showers and storms like you normally get at this time of the year. And it's a little bit drier than the past few days, but you did have a complex of storms go off the east coast of Florida earlier. You've got a few showers in southern and central Florida today, but not as much as normal. Now, if you know anyone that's taking a vacation on the Bahamas, then they're getting drenched today there. And here's your rainfall forecast for the next 72 hours. Southern Florida is going to have a lot of rain. You have a lot more moisture there, so you could have multiple inches of rain. It looks like you could be forecasted in some parts for 3 to 5 inches of rain. So that'll be something to watch over the next couple days. And then look at your temperatures, low temperatures forecasted for tonight. The further northwest you go past the front, the closer you're going to get to even close to the 50s in Mississippi. Tallahassee's at 68. It's still warm here, but not as warm as it has been. Now, southern Florida, your lows are in the 70s and even in the 80s, where it's very muggy. And as you look around the southeast at the next 3 days, West Palm Beach and southern Florida, the front's not going to get to you, and you're going to have showers and storms for the next 3 days, and it's going to be hot and humid. Atlanta, where the front has got to you, look at their low tomorrow morning, 59 degrees. You see a 5 at the beginning of that low temperature. You haven't seen these in the southeast for a while. Charleston, South Carolina, it's going to be in the mid-80s. And then look at tomorrow's high temperatures. It's going to be 88 degrees in Tallahassee. It's going to be in 90s in parts of the southeast, but it is going to be drier. And now I'm going to pass things off to Jason.
Thanks, Nico. So, yeah, we're going to be talking about the current temperatures right now as for the entire United States. As you can see, similar temperatures as we get all over our continental United States, except 77 maybe in Chicago, and San Francisco and Seattle, 71 and 70. But dew point, however, that's a completely different story. As you can see, Denver, 22 right now, and it's extremely, extremely dry. But Tallahassee and Miami, all just around the East Coast, Boston 68, Miami 75. That's what you could see, that those very stark contrasts from that cold front moving through that area. You could see in the upper level water vapor, you could see the dry air right behind the cold front moving through, and it's going to be very, very, it's going to be very nice after that cold front. Surface pressure map, as I was saying, you could see that cold front through the southeast right here, and you can see just the rain just in Florida like we usually are, and you can see some low levels up in Toronto, maybe around New York. They're getting some rain, which they desperately need. They've been having some drought. But it's just going to be very nice there. Active alerts showing a fire weather warning right in Denver. Not Denver, I'm sorry. And then it's going to be flood watch and warnings over here around Las Vegas area and all that stuff, and air quality around, just because of those fires, you can see just up in our northwest, I'm sorry. And then as we look in the northeast, you can see that low pressure system moving through this part of the area of our country. And in Burlington, they're getting rain right now all the way down to Delaware. They're getting rain just from this system. That's that cold front as I've been talking about. Southwest radar showing that the fire weather warning right now, here it is right here, and you can see that rain just past it. Hopefully maybe this rain can move through here so it can help with a fire weather warning, but we'll see. But the storm outlook, day one, showing some non-severe rain, non-severe weather all throughout the west, and then some slight storm chances in New York area, maybe a little above New York in Vermont and New Hampshire. Day two, still non-severe for most of the country, but it's going to be just rain, most likely here in Florida and all the way up in Maine. Day three, showing that it's a similar story. We've been seeing some non-severe rain even down in Texas, and then throughout the Midwest and the West. Drought basically showing us where we need the most rain right now, and it's mostly just the middle part of our country, even California right here, and also, as I was saying, the Northeast, showing that rain hopefully be going through this area so they can get rid of that drought. The rainfall forecast showing us rain obviously in Florida, as we've been seeing, and then you could see that low pressure system all the way up here showing that amount of rain. Tonight's lows, though, it's going to be very nice for most of our country. 68 in Tallahassee, though, but as you get along to the west, you can see 55 in Seattle. I would wish to have those low temperatures right now. Even in Kansas City, it's 63. Tomorrow's high temperature showing just extremely hot, except in like the west. But now I'm actually going to switch it off to the next segment.
Thank you so much, Jason. Yeah, so in the national, we just noticed that there wasn't a lot of rainfall, but there has been a lot of rainfall in the lakes area. I think you need to click it.
If you happen to watch the Chicago Bears game this weekend, you would have seen that it was a slip and slide out there. It was so flooded that you could probably not even play like you should.
Yeah, they had a low pressure system move in the area over the weekend, and it kind of just moved really slowly, so it just built up lots and lots of rain in that area. So they had a lot of floodwaters in that area.
Yeah, so if you ever find yourself in an area that's about to flood, you would probably be receiving a flood watch, which is issued in advance with the expectation that flood could occur in the future.
But let's say you find yourself in a situation with a flood, you are in a flood warning, which is when a flood is actually happening.
And here's what you should do in areas when that happens. So before you receive that warning, you should probably have an emergency kit on hand in case that does happen, and have sandbags ready to block up those doors.
And if you are experiencing a flood, it's best to find higher ground. So maybe not hide out in your basement, but try to hang out on your higher top floors. And also avoid driving. Driving can be scary because we don't know how deep the water is. And so if you're driving while during a flood, just make sure that if you can't see the road, turn around and don't drown, because we don't know what those floodwaters are doing.
Yeah, that could do serious damage to your car. And afterwards, you're going to want to avoid those flooded areas. So if you're in Florida, the average elevation is not very high. We're a very flat area. And so we may be experiencing floods more than you would see in higher elevation areas.
Yeah, so like in the Great Lakes area, they had a lot of flooding, and the pressure brought a lot of rain continuously. So the flood kind of just stayed there, and the water just kind of kept building. So even if it's the flood and the rain's over, the water is still dangerous.
Yep, you're gonna want to avoid it.
We're going to pass things off to Nico for our tropics.
All right, thank you. It's still very close to the peak of hurricane season, which is going to be something we're going to have to talk about tonight. Don't see too much in the way of activity heading toward the U.S., but when we do get something to get named, the next name on the list is Fiona. So whenever that's named, we'll have to watch where it is and where it's headed, because look at this. Your sea surface temperatures, they're very hot right now. If something forms and heads into the Gulf, it's going to blow up and get strong easily if the conditions are favorable for it, because your sea surface temperatures, they're going to fuel the storms at that area. The only place in the Gulf, the Central Gulf, is very, very slightly below normal. The rest of the Gulf is above normal. The Atlantic is above normal, so it's definitely favorable conditions to have a storm strengthen. Now, at the moment, we don't see any low pressure systems. So you have the cold front here. You don't have any low pressure, but you do have showers and storms over parts of Mexico, so that's definitely something to watch for them, but that's not going to turn into tropical anything. Same thing here. You have sea breeze storms in Puerto Rico, or wait, that's not Puerto Rico, Hispaniola. You have sea breeze storms there, but nothing in the tropics. Now out here, this is where you have your stuff in the tropics. These are the storms that come off the coast of Africa. You call them the Cape Verde type storms. You have a moderate chance of development, and this storm could head out toward Puerto Rico and the Leeward Islands in the next 5 days. So if you know anyone who lives there, definitely let them know. You have another system that has a low chance of development, and that one out here is going to head just to open sea. That's a fish storm, so just don't boat in that area. That one's not going to be a threat to land.
is you have your upper level water vapor. This is your tropical system that's trying to develop in the western part of the Atlantic. It's very disorganized right now. But here's what you can see. The peak of hurricane season, September 10th is the peak of hurricane season. Today's September 13th. And you still got half the storms, usually even a little bit more than half, because a lot of the recent seasons have been backloaded, so you need to still watch. Hurricane season is not over yet. And as you look at your forecast, it's still forecasted to have above average activity this season, even though it has not been active so far. So you still need to pay attention. And here's your facts on tropical weather. Unnamed storms can still do damage. You've had unnamed storms before do damage. Even tropical depressions, if they stall out in an area, then they can do damage because you can flood. Rainfall can be more dangerous than winds. More people actually die from flooding in tropical systems than anything else, and have an emergency kit ready. Atlantic hurricane season still goes to November 30th, so stay informed on any weather watches for tropics. And now I'm going to pass things off to Caitlin.
Thank you so much, Nico. It's really nice not having anything going on in the tropics because we have some beautiful weather in Tallahassee right now. It's 92, mostly cloudy on land. So if you're doing any studying this afternoon, wanting to watch the sunset or anything, it's going to be kind of beautiful. And then if you are walking your dog tomorrow, it's going to be in the low 70s, beautiful sunshine, not a lot of cloud cover, not a lot of rain, so it's just going to be a wonderful walk your dog. And I don't know if you have any plans tonight in College Town, but we're going to be sitting in the 60s, which is going to be amazing. Wind is calm, so we don't have to worry about that. It's going to be a beautiful night out and about today. And I don't know if you guys are like me, but I love a good night drive. And so tonight, if you do want to go on a drive, we're going to hit 80, but the temperatures are going to decrease as we go into the night. So it's going to be 75 at 9, 72 at 11 p.m. Beautiful conditions out there for driving. And if you are traveling, we have no delays for airports here in Tallahassee. And if you are going on the drive to, I don't know, a stargazing spot, we do have a beautiful, really good conditions for stargazing tonight. It's 96% full with a waning gibbous. And if you're going to go watch the sunrise tomorrow, it does rise at 7:21. So we do have those late sunrises still, which is really nice. So you don't have to wake up at like 5 in the morning to go watch it, but you can wake up at 7 and still experience it. And Wakulla Springs tomorrow. You guys have any plans to go out there, but it's going to be 87, partly sunny. Wind still calm coming from the north. It's going to be a beautiful day to go out and enjoy the springs. We are playing our rival in volleyball tonight at 7 p.m. It's going to be a little bit rainy with 30% chance of showers, 80 degrees. Florida State is going to be versing in Gainesville against Florida, so really going to cheer on our Seminoles tonight as they play in volleyball. We are also playing Boston College in soccer on Friday at 4. It's going to be 70 degrees. It's also an away game in Boston, so not a nice home game that we can go watch, but we still want to cheer on our Seminoles. And then if you are planning on going hiking in Crawfordville, it's going to be 83. The Florida Trail there is super nice. Winds going at 5 miles per hour, so not a lot of wind issues going into the next couple of days. And looking at the res, again, that live look, it's just beautiful out there. Not a lot of cloud cover, beautiful sunshine, very nice. Lake Bradford, 88 degrees right now. And I'm going to the beach this weekend. I don't know if you are, but the water temperature is still really warm. The air temperature is really warm. It's going to be beautiful. We've got a UV index of 3 and light surf, so just enough to have a little bit of fun, not too flat, but nothing too dangerous either. Your 4-day outlook for the next couple of days here in Tallahassee. Beautiful clear skies, not a lot of rain chances. Temperatures in the upper 80s, lows in the upper 60s, like a 70-degree range. And we're just going to have sunshine. It's going to be beautiful.
Thanks, Caitlin. Yeah, so let's look at the local weather for Tallahassee. Right now, it's showing that it's 88 degrees, extremely warm outside, mostly cloudy, but I don't think that's right because you can see there's not many clouds in the sky over Doak Campbell Stadium right now. Current temperatures showing similar temperatures throughout the entire area. 84 in Tallahassee, maybe down to Apalachicola is 83. In Madison is 76, so pretty cool there. Dew point temperature showing us 68 in Tallahassee right now, but down in St. Mark's, it's 75, so maybe very muggy here, but that will change over the next couple days because we will be seeing those dew points drop. Wind speed and direction showing us just wind moving from the northwest all the way down to the southeast. That's because of that cold front right there. current radar showing us some storms just east of Tallahassee moving through the area and just popping up just around the shore right down here, and just some ground clutter around Tallahassee. Tonight's low temperature showing us that 68 degrees now in Tampa for the low, and St. Mark's 70, and then just around our area it's going to be very nice and cool. Hopefully that will stick around for the next week because it's really nice, much better than those 70 degrees temperatures we've been seeing at night. Tomorrow's high temperature showing us that it's still going to be extremely hot, but those dew points will be going lower tomorrow, but 88 degrees as a high tomorrow for Tallahassee, 88 St. Mark's. Thomasville is maybe 85, maybe slightly cooler here, but it's just similar temperatures all around. We can see that cold front moving through our area, going from west to east, and just clearing out the rain chances and clearing out those high dew points. As you can see, when we get to Thursday, it's just pretty clear at those winds moving from east to west. Marine forecast showing us that it's going to be 83 degrees at Panama City Beach with winds of to 5 to 10 knots, if seas of 2 feet. Water temperatures are pretty cool actually, if 81 degrees. Hourly forecast showing us that's going to be sunny over the next day tomorrow, and sunny and very hot tomorrow. 7-day forecast showing us that those rain chances drop off and just completely get clear as we get along with our week. But now I'm going to close out the show and send it along to the desk.
Thank you, Jason. What a crazy range of weather we had this week. We have flooding over in the Great Lakes, and then towards the west we have droughts.
Yeah, we definitely do. And down in the southeast, it's been very stormy, but we're kind of flipping the pattern for most of the southeast, except for the Florida Peninsula. I know yesterday we had a big storm here with lots of lightning and heavy rain.
I was really hoping to hold on to these warmer temperatures for a little bit longer, but we are going to be experiencing rain in the next couple of days, so that's kind of unfortunate that we can't enjoy the warm weather while it's here.
Yeah, the thing is, it does at least look like it's going to be dry for a couple days before that rain does come back. So, but late in the week and into the weekend, yeah, it's going to be rainy, unfortunately, again.
I know. Well, do you have, or is the weather going to affect your plans at all this weekend?
It might. I'm actually going to be going to Orlando, and they're supposed to have more storms this weekend than we're supposed to have in Tallahassee. So hopefully those can hold off.
Me too. I'm heading towards the rain in Tampa this weekend, so that's pretty unfortunate.
Yeah, more sea breeze storms are definitely likely in that part of Florida. The front did not clear them. It's going to be humid there too.
Now on to Caitlin to end our show.
You guys can follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/FSU Weather. You can like us on Facebook at facebook.com/FSU Weather. You guys can watch us live on YouTube at youtube.com/FSU Weather, which you're probably doing right now. You can follow us on Instagram at FSU Weather, and yeah. So looking at our next 7 days, we're going to have beautiful sunny skies, 80-degree temperatures. Dew points are really low, so it's going to feel lovely outside. So when we're walking around campus, it's not going to be pouring down rain, which is really nice. But thank you for tuning in, and you guys have a great Tuesday.